Holy shnikes.
Is that for me?
No, son, that's for me.
Hey,
Yeah, that's your new office now.
Whoa!
Promise me you'll look after Tommy boy here till he gets his feet wet.
Sure, and thanks for choosing...
John Rambo, a drifter, just passing through their town.
Morning! Headed north or south?
North.
Now jump in. I'll make sure you head in the right direction, huh?
He could lose it all by taking his case. You want to risk that?
Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy, the most vicious serial killer in American history.
So clever. He prides himself on being able to trick people.
I'm Brian Dennehy. I'm an actor, and to the extent that most of you have ever seen me, you've seen me do television, movies, and so forth, where I play a bad guy, good guy, cop, lawyer, whatever. But I've done a lot of other stuff, too. Do a lot of theater.
Me. Suddenly I realize I'm going 60 miles an hour. I don't remember...
It's not a play about instinct, although instincts come into play. It's, O'Neill's plays are not about appetite. They're about ideas and the soul and the dark places in the soul that most human beings, one time or another, find themselves in. So.
Everything on this old muckball, all the lights, and it's dark, and famine, and feasting of the age.
Or I never thought about movies, never thought about being in the movies. It didn't occur to me. I don't know why it didn't, but it didn't. I was interested in the theater. I worked in the theater. I was a New York actor and worked in a lot of small theaters, usually for very little or in many cases no money, to hoping to establish some kind of relationship with the professional commercial theater, which eventually happened. But it never occurred to me, or at least I don't remember it occurring to me in those days, which would have been in my 30s, that the movies would be available to me. I don't know why it didn't occur to me, but it didn't. What happened was that I got a few good notices in the papers, and people saw me, casting directors saw me. They called me, they called my agent at the time and said, would he be available for a meeting for a movie, which of course nobody was going to turn down. And that led to movies and television. But I can honestly say that it never occurred to me that that would be something that I would wind up doing. I don't know why. But I always thought of myself as a theater actor, and that was what I was going to do, was be in the theater. So I don't even know how to begin to tell people how to do this or what to do, except for them to study and to think and to approach it from an intellectual point of view and see what happens after that. It sounds pretentious, but given my experience and my background and my career, a word that I always hate, all I can do is respond according to my experiences, and my experiences are the thing that helped me the most, was just being a good student and a good thinker about what I was doing and what I was reading and the job that I had to do. The dogs are great and a great part of life, and so is this farm, and so is what I do. I'm very pleased to be doing what I do. Most of the time it's a job like any other job and not particularly interesting, but from time to time it's very demanding and provocative and hard work, intellectual work, working in the theater, doing a Schiller play or a Beckett play or Shakespeare. And that's what you live for. That's why you do the other stuff, so you can spend some time working on the stuff that really challenges you as a person. And that's me.